Hi everybody, welcome to Northwood Farms Vlog entry 57.
And I'm Emma.
I'm Kip.
This is Lil. And it is February 2nd, 2014.
It's Groundhog's Day.
Oh yeah, Groundhog's Day. Did you see, there's a funny cartoon that's going around on Facebook over the last couple days, which is these two horses, and one of them has a bat, and the one goes, "Just distract him and I'll crack him over the head before he sees his shadow."
Yeah,
So
we
I
definitely
think
don't need more winter.
most of the country is ready for spring.
Yeah, no kidding.
For sure. So anyway, what's been going on this week?
We've done a lot of fun horse stuff this week.
That's true.
And that's kind of one of the things I've been thinking about lately. I've been dreaming about horses, which is always fun.
Because you went to a new schedule.
Yeah, so my new schedule, I'm working a lot during the week. I'm getting more than 40 hours, but I get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, which is really cool. I don't mind that schedule at all.
It's kind of weird when Kip rides as many horses in a day as I do.
Yeah.
That's really strange. But cool.
3 days in a row, it's pretty good.
I'm like, hey, Kip, ride this horse for me.
So that's been a lot of fun.
And then what else did we do? We started jacks in the hobbles.
That's what led me to the dreaming about the horses, is the jacks and the hobbles.
Really?
Yeah, because I was just thinking about all the things that you could do differently, and so you start thinking about the stuff when you go to bed, and then it turns into dreams. And then you're like, what would I do different in my dream, right? And then it turns into something
It's funny
totally
how
different.
much practicing you can get.
Yeah, you
while
get a
you're
lot of
just
practicing.
Dreaming or daydreaming, and then.
I don't know how well you sleep when you do that.
No, you don't.
Because you're thinking about all the
Not at
good
all.
things to do.
Well, that brings up, yesterday I had a really hard horse day with Nigel. And I don't have very many of those anymore. But it was just a situation where he just got locked down, backing up is what it was. And he has a few little baggagey things about that, I'm sure, and I've contributed to that. But it was one of those things where you don't know whether to quit and just try again the next day, or if you should just hang in there. So I think for me, the hardest thing is the doubt, just worrying in the moment, like, because so many things I know what to do now, and I know, at least, sometimes it's just about repeating, but that feeling of, I don't know whether this is right, and then especially when your horse is troubled. And especially my favorite horse. So.
Well, he was troubled, and you felt like he was troubled towards the end, but you got through it.
Yeah.
I mean, you pushed through, and you felt like it might have been too much, but what was it like today?
Well, so that was my point, is that, you have to go to bed with that wondering and that concern and that horrible feeling of, like, we didn't end on a beautiful note, which is what usually happens. And so I was so anxious, I got up extra early this morning so I could get Nigel in today too, which I wasn't planning on doing, because I have to work later today. But he marched right to me. I couldn't even get in his stall before he was trying to put his nose in the halter. And like my friend Jess, she just was like, see, he didn't hold it against you. So, and sometimes, sleeping on it. Then you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this differently or this differently. And, with some new ideas. But it's so hard to let go of that, is what I was thinking. Like last night, and for sure, there would be a time when I was a lot more worried about it. But like mind over emotions last night was like, there's hardly ever 2 days in a row like this. Just keep, so I whined to my friends on the pursuit. Everyone else, they're like, just don't worry about it. And then it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad today. I mean, it was great today, in fact. So.
Just goes to show, sometimes you got to work through it. Yeah. But you feel like, okay, I pushed through something good to get to something bad. But you know what? Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
And it's all right. You get through it.
Yeah. And then, so this is like, where we're talking about pushing the envelope, especially, when we get into things that we haven't done, like hobble breaking. And for those of you that don't know, that there is definitely an important thing that happens when you start a horse in hobbles. You want to get them totally prepared, of course, for that. But the idea that they can handle restraint, just like tying or any living in a stall, any of these kinds of restraints that would be super foreign for a horse. This just takes it to another level of calmness.
It's self-discipline is what it is.
Yeah, and
because they get to a point where they can turn loose in themselves.
Yeah, Yeah.
And so it's really neat to see a horse kind of go, okay, I'm all right.
If you've done all your preparation, if you...
Yeah, you don't want to scare them to death.
No, they need to... It's just like, it's a lot like tying, really.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of us, especially those of us who do a lot of liberty and things like that, you know, we can skip over that, which I've done for years. Oh, I can saddle my horse at liberty. Why would I tie him? And then one day I have to tie him, and it's like...
Yeah, you don't look so hot.
Fail! Yeah, then that's not good. So, anyway, I guess we've rambled on long enough. What else? Everyone's at Legacy this weekend without us. Losers.
Oh, yeah, it's the Super Bowl, too, today.
Oh, and it's the Super Bowl, which is my favorite day because that means that football is over for a while.
Whatever.
And who are you going to say that you are rooting for?
Who are you going to say?
I'm going to be happy no matter who wins because I know a lot of people that will be happy either way. Am I going to get lynched?
You're going to get lynched.
Go Hawks!
Yeah, that's right. Good answer. All right, so I guess next week be post-Super Bowl.
Yep, post-Super Bowl. The
Depression
days are getting
or...
longer. Depression or elation. Yeah. So I'm going to ride this horse really quick, and Kip, you're going to get out Big Jackson before the game.
That's right.
All right, everyone have an awesome week, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.